Alright. Jeez. Alright, so with everything that's happened, I figured I'd come up with something of a schedule. So, for the weekends, I'm going to be posting update videos on this whole Sonic thing I've been working on. And for the weekdays, I'll just be... jeez. Keeps doing that. I'm losing my train of thought. I'll be posting playthroughs, the games I play on the weekdays, so for the time being, I'll be posting videos of Devil May Cry 4 on the weekdays. On the weekends, show my progress on this, which I've been working on throughout the week. And as you can see, I've been working on bringing back a lot of features and such. So for starters, of course, still got the dash as usual. Got your double jump, stomp, slide. And even managed to bring that back, but it's not finished yet. These are just placeholders until I make the finished version. So for now, they kind of just look a little incomplete. Okay, that's most of the main moveset down. I'm still having to work on the L2 stuff. I'll probably have that finished next update, but for now, L1 moves. So as usual, there's a sprint. See once you have it charged up all the way, you activate boost mode. I'll still have to add the after effects so that it'll actually show, like visually, besides running animation, that yes, you actually entered boost mode. Like you have your after images, effects, that kind of thing. Because like as soon as you stop it, deactivates. It's an important thing to sort out. I noticed a bit of a issue with the bridges I've made. Namely that if you run into them at a fast enough speed while falling, you kind of just drop right through them. I might have to fix that later. Yeah, this is pretty much the same map from before. It's basically just an incomplete green hill, I guess. Mainly because I'm more or less considering actually trying to recreate the entirety of Sonic 1, both versions of Sonic 1 in fact. So there'll probably be like an 8-bit version of Green Hill next to this one. Try to have them side by side somehow, see how that works. I've also been working on getting the peel out situated. Of course, like I said before, don't have the visual effects, so you're not seeing the wheel feed or the figure 8. Not just yet. I want to make sure I get the mechanics working on before I get the visual effects done in. Here it is, that strike dash. Of course, I implemented the different degrees of speed into the dash system. So that's why when running, I actually get different variables in the jumping. As you can see, pretty much have different variations for both normal running and boost mode, since there's going to be a bit of a difference in speed and such. Jumping height's more or less the same. Go a bit higher in certain slopes. Go a bit farther. I'm going on a downhill. Basically, the difference is that with boost mode, it's more or less just doubled. Yeah. I don't know, I might have to nerf it down a bit because as it is, I'm pretty much just flying over chunks of level once you get into boost mode. There's me. Yeah, and I think this one was for charging up the strike dash, that was it. And go figure, I'm actually like labeling the microchips with the actual names now instead of just putting notes next to everything. Probably should have figured that out sooner. So yeah. That's pretty much everything I got so far. And you can see upward slopes, jump higher, downward slopes, jump farther. At least that's the way it's supposed to work. It only happens when you're jumping, really, so it doesn't affect your ground movement too badly. Outside of like the normal physics that's supposed to be happening. Oddly enough, I didn't have to add anything here. It's just you go so fast, you kind of just go off this ramp right away. And really just stop at the wall. More or less. Something like that. Of course, whenever you're not holding down L1, it's kind of just the standard sack person jump height. Solid. I could work out some kinks there with the jump heights. Or maybe it's just a slope. Because you notice that I've tried making like some subtle shifting with the land. Trying to replicate the way the level's actually laid out on the Genesis level. So the ground's not entirely even a lot of the time. With some slight upwards and downward curving. But not too much for like a full-blown slope, but due to the way I have things set up, it's still affected by those as well. I might have to do something about that. At the very least, something less extreme. There it is. You have to find a way to fix that. Falling through the floor, not exactly what you want to have happen. Unless you want to break the bridge on purpose, because I don't think you had a stomp in the classic games, did you? Still, even then. There'll be times where I'm just running through the stage and I end up landing on the bridge but fall through it by mistake. Mainly when I'm in boost mode, though. I've done it before. Don't know if I can get it to work again. I tried closing it up, but I just ended up glitching into it and getting crushed. I might have to work something out. Because I want it to be an actual wood bridge. Like with actual wooden logs, like how it is. The panes again and all these different things to interact with each other, right? That reminds me, I never really like shown off how I made the bridge, did I? I mean, really, it's just basic wood, kind of just tied together with string. Something like that, and then I kind of just copy paste it, lay it over each other. There's actually like 2 sets. It's like every upper log's connected, and then kind of just glued together some that are next to each other. That's usually how I typically make bridges like this. So yeah, there's that. I mean, I don't know if I'll keep it in the long term, but I'd say it works for now. Pretty late. And now it's just me testing the different jump heights. As it slopes. Yeah, that was it. See, it's like I test that in particular because the other day when I was making up all this, I kind of wanted to replicate something I figured out. See, the other day I was playing Sonic Advance 3 on the GBA to kind of get a feel for the physics and how slopes affect your jump height. And so, because of that, it was what inspired me to try to see if I could replicate the whole deal with slopes affecting your jumping in LittleBigPlanet. Because I never actually tried that before, even with the last version I had for the profile corrupted. So I guess I'm kind of just trying it out now. There was this one path in Sunset Hill where, due to me jumping at just the right time while going up a slope, ended up going with a high enough jump to reach this higher route that I normally couldn't reach with just a regular jump. So it kind of got me thinking, maybe I could do that in this. And yeah, that's history. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for now. Add fire back to the somersault. I think things are going along pretty quickly. Just a few more things I want to sort out, especially over here. And who knows, I might actually get to the ball part next. Get all moves for that and going. So yeah, that's all I got. Next time.